probably shouldn't have thought about it as your wife is almost old.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Well, there I am. Let's share this to the other pages. If you're on, say hi. I'll just hang out here to see if anybody joins me this morning. Tuesdays and Thursdays are our morning, ladies. It has been for a little bit now. So I'm on, I'm waiting. So we'll just wait to see who joins me. If not, I will see, I'll just keep going and you guys can watch the replay, but somebody has to pop on. So, welcome, welcome. Maybe you're just not getting notified. Or maybe I have to start sending out reminders, or maybe December's just going to be a crazy busy month for everybody. But if you're on, let me know. Say hi. I don't think anybody's on yet. All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and go with it. I have some housekeeping items. Product of the month. As far as I know, the product of the month is still available. That is the True Blue Floral DSP. I've seen some really cool projects with it. So I got a little bit of inspiration the other day and I decided to do a craft along. So the craft along will be in January. I will schedule a date and let everybody know. It'll be an exclusive, actually I'm creating an exclusive Facebook event for that. So the only people who will be able to be a part of the craft along are those who place their order under me as their demonstrator, and they get the DSP. So you will get your card kit supply. That's the freebie and the craft along class. So we will be stamping together. I will send out cutting instructions and all that so that you can get that all done so we can have a night of crafting. And I'll probably do it in the evening just because some of you that have already did it are work during the day. So we're going to go ahead. One person just now popped on. I was getting a little bit of a complex here because nobody was joining me. If you're on, say hi. Maybe you're not getting notified. So if you order the product of the month under me, then you will get a craft along. Now, I'm not going to promise I'm going to do this every month. And I guess it just depends on what the product of the month is. I would love to do it every month. This month it was the DSP, so we're gonna do December's product of the month craft along in January. Okay, it'll always be the next month when we do the craft alongs. Okay, so I am going to throw out a quick pop-up class with the prairie grass. I actually cannot find my samples, so I'm going to remake them and we're going to get that class out probably sometime today or tomorrow. And then, morning, Sue, you're the only one on here. Oh no, there's 4 of you. Good, I'm glad you guys are popping on. I was getting worried that nobody wanted to watch me anymore. Okay, so prairie grass class. The in-studio classes are going to be at the end of the month, and I'm planning something special. So you will want to be here if you can. It is at the end of the month. It is the 29th. After Christmas, after all the week between where it's maybe a little bit less hectic between Christmas and New Year's. So it's Monday the 29th at 10 and 6. Stay tuned. So once I get that all planned out, I will let you know. But we are doing it Monday the 29th at 10 and 6. You can pick up your catalogs then. I'll show you the cover of the catalog. Let me grab that. I just had it. So here we go. Here is the January through April catalog. I can't show you the inside just yet. That will never happen. Stop watching you. I'm glad. Oh, did I say next Tuesday? Well, don't go by what I say. Anyway, I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays. until further notice, unless I have an appointment or I'm not feeling well or it's a holiday. Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, so you guys are here, yay. Alrighty, so this is the catalog January through April. You were not notified, Joyce. Wow. Don't know what's going on there because I have something to tell you in a few seconds. So, if you place an order with me within the last 6 months, you will get a catalog for free. Yeah, I'm glad you caught me too, Deborah. You'll get a catalog for free. If you're a demonstrator, we can already do our pre-order out of this catalog. So yeah, so there will not be any celebration. Celebration is over. That's why they introduced product of the month. All right, I think that that's everything, except I have something to tell you. Facebook has now, I mean, I could have did this before, but I just realized and started doing it. I can now get a little bit of monetization, a little bit of money from my lives from Facebook. If you see a star pop up, they're supposed to, I turn the stars on, so there should be a star popping up, and if you see that in the comments, you can hit that. The more stars I get, of course, the more money I make, and it's not like I'm going to retire Ray with the money, but it'll just give me a little bit of payment for doing my lives. So anyway, from Facebook. So I started to monetize Facebook on here and then on my personal page because they said there's some changes coming in 2026 that'll make it more lucrative. And since I'm already doing social marketing, I thought I would just try that and see how it works here. So seeing these stars, post, hit the star. I'm not even sure where it'll show up. So let me know. Let me know if you see any stars. So I should actually have Hannah here look and see if it pops up when she watches, because I did turn them on and I did do a post about it. All right, let's get started with our projects today. Also, last chance list. Hi, Joan. The last chance list was updated on Tuesday. Lots of things carrying over from the online exclusives that were released in the fall and the August through, or the September through December catalog. Anything that is the red rubber is on that list, and I was sad to see this because this was one of my favorites, Charming Day. So I thought we would play with it because it is on the last chance list, as well as the DSP is on the last chance list. And everything, the gems and everything. Okay, so I have a couple quick and easy folds for you. So here is the first one. Okay, so this one, we're going to start out with Night and Navy as the base. It is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then we have a piece of DSP, which is 5 1/4 by 6. And I scored that, I think I scored it at 4. Oh, and I wanted to flip it this way, not the other way. Yes, my favorite flower set. Absolutely, Joan. I was sad to see that it's going to be retired. So I thought I would play. I would give you some more ideas with this set. I know these colors are really good together, and I'm not an orange girl. Let me know if you're seeing any stars, because I turned them on. Anyway, we're going to layer this right here, like that. And then I have a piece of Timid Tiger, which I don't use because I'm not an orange girl usually. And I have that scored so that it folds in half like that. So then we're going to build out this card. This piece goes here on the inside. You did. You saw some stars? Good. Make sure you use those stars. I'm anxious to see how this works with the monetization. And then I have a piece of the DSP that I'm going to put here on the inside. Who's done their Christmas cards yet? And I'm going to tell you, I haven't started, but it's on my list. Okay, and this piece I ran through a folder to get a little bit of texture to the card. And now we're going to put this on and add this to the card front. So there you go, like that. And now let's finish it off. I actually cut this out with one of the dies out of Mossy Meadow. You're mailing 50. Oh no. I haven't mailed any for a while. Isn't that terrible? I haven't mailed much since last Christmas. I do send them out occasionally, but I have some forever stamps. I send cards occasionally, which I need to do more of. I need a baby card, and we don't even have any current baby sets. Okay, so I'm going to put that right there. And then I did already do this. I stamped this and die cutted it, and the colors I used was light petal pink. You're still getting Christmas orders for cards. Do you make cards for people, Joan? So that's really cool. Okay, so I started out with petal pink, and then I went in with light timid tiger. I used crumb cake for the inside, and the leaves were old olive, light and dark. So we're going to actually add some twine to this. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm just going to layer this right here. See if it looks okay. Yeah, it looks okay. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals to pop it up. Yeah, this is a pretty easy fold. And there we go, right there. And then let's add some gems. Let's pull in my take the pick tool. And we will add, we'll use some of these green sparkly ones. How about that? Or we could have used the blue ones. That way they would have worked too. But there you go. Yeah, these guys are on the ball. Now we have one more. So here is the second one with Charming Day. Okay, so this one is Pretty Peacock. And I cut it at 4 1/4 by 11 and then scored it at 5 1/2. So then you have this piece here. So remember we flipped that around. So this would have been here. So you want to cut off 2 3/4 and of the one panel, the front panel, and then you have this. You can flip it and use it there. Okay, so the inside, we're going to use this print in here, 5 1/4 by 4. I really like this paper because the flip side coordinates so well. So you can flip it over and make your card. That should have been cut down a little bit. And let me get a paper trimmer. Okay, we're going to cut this down to 2 1/2. Let me see, that might be too much. Okay, there we go, perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna add that. Yeah, not every DSP matches so well on the flip side, but this paper does. It is on the retiring list. On the last chance list. Okay, so then I have these 3 panels. And this piece. So I'm going to add this on the inside so you can add your greeting to that. I mean, you can sign the inside of your card. There we go. And then we're going to stamp the happy birthday at the top using Pretty Peacock ink. and layer these 3 together. Yes, I love this. I'm going to pull this in here so you can actually see what I'm doing. I love, yeah, this DSP, the whole set. That's why I was sad to see it go, or see it on the list to go. I'm going to layer that together, and then we're going to put this on the card front. So there you go. Okay, I cut out with the die the flowers. So we are going to add those. And I cut out a little green leaf. And the green leaf, very delicately add some adhesive to this. They have a tendency to tear pretty easily. They're pretty delicate. And I have a bow that I did with some baker's twine. And we're going to get the glue dots and add that. Thank you, ladies. Yep, I'm going to miss this. I always say that, then there's always something else that comes out, but yeah. And there we go. Let's add some gems here. I'm just going to add a few gems right here at the bottom. I think I need more putty on my take your pick tool. There we go. All right, so there are the 2 for today with the Charming Day bundle and paper. So there's 2 quick folds for you. Okay, all right. I will be back on Tuesday. I will be back on Tuesday this week. If the stars pop up, give me some stars. Remember about my craft along. Pretty Peacock is your favorite, one of your favorites, yeah. I'm glad when we brought it back. So yeah, I really didn't use it a ton, and that's the way it always goes. Like sometimes when they're there for the original, I don't use it as much, and then when they bring it back, I use it more, but yeah. All right, so if you're seeing stars, let me know so you can give me some stars, and also if you want to be a part of the craft along, you need to order your product of the month before it's discontinued, and you have to use me as your demonstrator in order to get to be a part of the craft along. Like I said, that'll be a private Facebook event for only those who place their orders to get the product of the month this month, which is the DSP. The 29th class is here on Monday the 29th at 10 and 6, and I'm thinking we're going to do something a little special. You can pick up your catalogs then. I'm going to get the catalogs ready to mail probably next week, and then there'll be some pop-up classes coming up all throughout the month of December.